Hello, everyone, and welcome to February 19th edition of Puzzle Wednesday. Today you are joining me for the second qualifier in Majidoro Masters number 4. Can you believe we're already on our 4th year of running this event? How time flies. So we've got a stacked bracket today. We have like almost 20 entrants, so this is going to be a really interesting one. Very excited to see how this pans out. And I think with that, we are just going to start jumping into matches right away. Tonight on the mic with me, I'm going to have Bird Up, the legend himself.
Hello.
And maybe
You're trying to think of critical effects, Dan?
Yeah, there we go. For some reason, my brain is
We're doing great.
blocked out who we were.
Yeah, I'm not real. Don't worry about it.
I looked down and saw 6 roll haver, and my brain just shut off. All right, yeah.
We're off to a great start.
This is gonna be a good night, y'all.
I'm looking forward to this one, namely because there's a few less gatekeepers for the points than normal, right? You still have me and Rudolph and Scherzo and Draco, who are generally point earners at these sort of events, but there's still 4 slots behind that up for grabs with a lot of folks who have a chance to make that sort of top 7, top 5, top 4, top 3 sort of scenario. So I think this should be a real barn burner tonight with everybody playing.
Yeah, there's no Juanpa, no Twinkler,
No Gucky, no Lamel,
no
no
Lamel. Yeah, so there are a lot of points up for grabs then.
Yeah. So just a quick reminder for folks at home, if you are new to Majidoro Masters, we run 5 qualifiers between January and May. I host one half of the months, and Puzzle Wednesday hosts the other half of the months. Every time, if you finish in the top 8 of one of those qualifying events, you earn points based on your placement. Think about like Mario Kart Grand Prix style point earning. And then at the end of the qualifying period, we will total up all the points players have earned, and our top 8 players will compete for a championship in June with a cash money prize and some other awesome bragging rights that go along with it. So I think we have our first matchup, and this is, they're already playing, and I am not in there, am I?
Sheridan and Note. This will be a good one. So Note has really been making some moves lately. They upset me in bracket last month. Mm-hmm. So they've definitely been getting better. And then Sheridan has also been historically right around my level as well.
Yeah, Sheridan actually just won Genesis this weekend because they have an in-person Magical Drop tournament.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But both of these folks definitely in that sort of echelon of people who have a chance to walk away with some points this evening. And getting them early counts the same as getting them late. So getting them in, if you have your points in January and February, it feels a lot better than if you're scraping for them at the end of May.
Okay, sharing a little bit slow on the start right there, but finally getting through. Unfortunately, full clearing their board, so now they're in a really awkward spot for the downstack. Note is looking kind of okay right now, though.
Yeah, Sheridan's board looking really checkerboarded there. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they just kind of messed themselves up and just went in I'm going to clear all the blocks now and hope it deals big damage. Kind of forgetting the fact that you really want to save at least a couple of pieces for the downside, especially with how jagged Magician's pattern can be a little bit deeper.
The start of Magician's pattern is real bad for giving you material because you only get like 2 pieces at the top. So it's real hard to get started on an empty board when he's sending you garbage.
Yeah, one thing I want to do very briefly, since we try to do this at the beginning of all the brackets for Majidoro Masters. For folks at home, if you haven't followed us play Magical Drop before, you're going to see everybody always playing the same characters against each other tonight. The reason that is that the Magical Drop character tier list is very skewed, right? Like there are characters who are super duper good and there are characters who are really, really bad. So to teach players the right sort of like to measure the right fundamentals that we like to see in a magical drop player, we have enforced these mirror matches so that players need to learn a variety of cast members to have like a good repertoire to carry themselves through the tournament. So the first game will always be played a magician, and then all following games, the loser will pick the character. And the first player to win on 3 characters is the player who wins the set.
And something that I feel like is also kind of important to note is that there is Dave's Stupid Rule in effect for you Smash players, which means that you cannot go back on the same character that you have won on. Yes. Which is a little funny because there are actually some characters in this game that actually share damage patterns with others.
Yes.
If
you're a big fan of Death or Devil,
Death, Emperor, Emperor, Fool, World, and Empress are probably the ones that's the most relevant one. So that when I was initially making that rule set and adding Dave's Stupid Rule, because I come from Melee, it was hard to kind of extrapolate that last part of like, you could pick anybody except the people you've won on and their clones. It was too hard to explain. So we just play single character. You could win. And if you're good at somebody who has a clone, that's good for you.
Exactly.
I was really good at Magician for a really, really long time. And I would always pick Hierophant also because I like to scum people out sometimes.
Hey, man, you got to do what you got to do to win.
Yeah.
That's one way to approach the strategy. But you committing too hard to the bit though, you shoehorn yourself into if they beat you on Magician, what's your game plan?
Then where do you go? What happens then?
And then
it also makes it fun in that way because it kind of does. There's kind of like 2 layers of how do you want to like approach your playstyle. Do you want to play characters that have a similar game plan, or do you want to try and just like completely like counterpick the person that you're playing against? Like, do they like playing against people that are quota heavy? Maybe you take them to a character that wants to kill someone, and if they're not really if they're really good at those kind of characters, maybe you just go for like a fast quota character like Fool and Lovers, and you just want your speed to like dictate the entire set.
I think the players who also have like a weirdo kind of counterpick that they like if you're a Hanged Man player, right? There's nobody else like Hangman. So, having some of those weird pocket characters is actually helpful for the counterpicking strategy also.
Mm-hmm.
No getting caught up there. So we saw, Magician went to quota, it looked like most of the times from what I had saw, and now after going to Daughter Strength, a lot more aggressive of a character, we saw them kind of toppy out rather quickly. So this is Notester's counterpick going to High Priestess.
Yeah.
Which
High Priestess is going to give these like
a little bit unfortunate for Notester, I think, because I believe this is one of Sheridan's better characters.
This is one of Sheridan's better characters as well, yeah. So that is part of the challenge of counterpicking, knowing who your opponents like to play, especially for those of us who have been playing together for quite a long time. You kind of have a vibe check on that. Like I would never ever take Rudolph here because this was Rudolph's character for the longest time. And people don't tend to take me to Chariot because Chariot is basically my character.
Yeah, Chariot or Sun, pretty dangerous to bring you to that wheelhouse.
Ooh, what of coming close?
Oh, tight, yeah.
Yeah.
So another quick reminder for folks at home, quota in the middle doesn't count down until your combo ends. So over the course of the night, you're going to hear us cringe many times as a player who could have won did not notice that they had enough quota kind of completed and didn't end their chain, and their opponent kind of sneaks in and steals it from them.
Yeah, like not only that, or like the inverse could also happen where they're trying to play for a quota victory, but they actually miss a quota clear by like 1 or 2, so now they're having to like run their board for like resources and making sure that clear does not start off a chain.
Yeah,
you gotta be real careful that you don't cascade like a 4 chain while you're looking for 2 orbs.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay,
cutting
now
early
getting a
also
crit.
feels really,
Nice
really
go.
painful, right? When you think I have enough, and you stop and you're 2 away, and you're like, well, that's over now.
Exactly. That's the most painful
Yeah.
one. Oh my god, no, please! Yeah.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately,
Okay.
losing track of the columns there.
Yeah.
High Priestess, a very funny pattern. The 2 spires can be really awkward to deal with at times. You just have to, like, accept that you can't make a match and just bail off of them as fast as you can. Alright, so who are you gonna see next?
Well, we're getting a secret character?
Hierophant.
No, look, we're
No.
just Hierophant. Yep.
So we do have some secret characters that exist in Magical Drop 3. We'll kind of talk about them when you pop them out, but you need to, input the right basically character code on the character select screen to unlock them. And they're going to show up at some point tonight. There are some very strong secret characters.
Yeah, we will be almost certainly seeing a lot of Hermit as the night goes on. He is one of the strongest of the secret characters, and a very good vibe check for people who are confident they can go to quota on almost anything.
Yeah, I would be very surprised if we don't see Draco taking people to Hermit all the time.
Yeah, Draco definitely Hermit, Empress, World. That's his home field advantage for sure.
Problem is you have to beat Draco to get him to counterpick to one of those, and that's hard too because he's a really, really good magician.
His magician is unbelievable. Probably the best magician player right now.
Yeah, right now, yeah. That used to be my title. It's sad to see it go, but it's really, truly him right now.
The way he can find matches in just the whole stack lines up is crazy.
Yeah. So we're seeing Hierophant here is a clone of Magician. So note coming here after winning a Magician, trying to see if they can recapture a little bit of that magic from earlier in the set. And it looks like they're doing pretty well on quota here.
Yep, they definitely have enough. They just have to not
another
change it
win.
What I could kind of observe on Sheridan's side from what I have kind of glanced at thus far is I think Sheridan's spending a little too much time kind of clearing the middle of the board on Magician. Ideally, if your day is going good when you're playing Magician, you're spending most of your times clearing the columns of the outside, because that's going to let you kind of snipe some of the back lines as they're rolling in.
Yeah, and if you look back at the top of the board, the lines come in as solid flat lines of a single color, so you can get a lot of value by throwing the right color. No, Notester!
Oh no!
Notester does a self pile.
So much harder to do that in this game.
Yeah, there's very specific circumstances that enable the self-pile, but unfortunately, you can still fulfill them. It feels way more like a bug in this game than it does in Money Exchanger, where it gives you the message and everything. Oh, no, it's looking a little high on board!
Oh, no! Alright, and Sheridan, riding high on that Genesis win, gonna take the set 3-1.
It doesn't really help that for the game 5 or the final round match, the initial board is really, really mean, especially with all the extra ice blocks that spawn in. That's just it's a lot harder to get your
bearings and get started. And
also getting your autopilot to start working on game 5. You have to be a lot more active and aware of your board state. And if you get a bad ice clear, oh man, you have to do so much cleaning up afterwards.
Yeah, the problem too is it's not even just the beginning of the board. It's the whole entire neutral pattern for the rest of that round is going to be the icy one. So if you're self-pulling lines at any point, you're kind of setting yourself up to pull some pretty bad garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of just this past weekend, I got to play against the scene in Japan, and they do first to 2 in their final bracket. Not first to 2 as in first to 2 games. First to 2 as in first to 2 rounds. So you go 1-1 and you get the ice pattern.
Because I had some shenanigans over the weekend with my little local tournament. So like I said, like I was mentioning to them, a little bit of war flashbacks coming into me. So if you hear me a little bit more stressed than usual, that's why.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I forgot that you literally just played with Japan deck. It feels like you've been back in America for longer than you have.
Yeah, I mean, not for me. This
Yeah,
whole week has been a blur. It doesn't feel like it's already Wednesday night.
Did I get a? Oh no, that's the check-in call.
Okay,
Are you still jet lagged?
No, I'm actually really good with jet lag.
That's good.
For better or worse, my like relative insomnia renders me immune to jet lag because I'm just tired all the time anyway.
Oh, that's fair.
But the time difference and just being awake for so long on the airplane just has like my sense of time has been screwed up. Everything's just feels like it's going so fast after a couple of days that were so long traveling.
Right.
But yeah, the Japan scene was really cool. We played 4 brackets in 3 hours.
What?
Yeah, so they had a beginner bracket, an intermediate bracket, an open bracket, and then a champion bracket.
Wow.
So they have like I guess their TO over there has like he keeps like a record, and every player has a rank. And depending on your rank, you that's the bracket you can enter for free. But if you do well enough, you can get promoted and you can get put up to a higher rank. And you lose the ability to enter the lower brackets, but you get to enter the higher bracket for free.
Yeah.
They also have a really weird way of doing the character selection. You RPS for arcade side and first pick. So the winner gets to pick whether they're player 1 or player 2, and they get to pick the first character. But the second person gets to pick the character for the next 2 games. It's really weird.
That's really weird. Wasn't the same when I played? Everything was just best of 1 single elim when I was entered, because it was like wasn't their normal tournament time when I was there. So we ran like a quick bracket that I lost immediately because I got off the train and they're like, "It's time to play," and I was like, "I haven't played on an arcade cab in a while," and I self-piled to lose my first to 1 set. And I was like, "Great!" So I sat around and I watched the rest of the bracket, and then we did the gauntlet of me versus Japan, where I actually got to play for real. But I'm supposed to go back in May potentially, so we'll see if the one day that I'm in Tokyo can line up, just by, if the fates align. I mean, the stars aligned for you, right? You didn't have any plans to go play, just because we happened to see
got really lucky.
Post.
Yeah, I got super lucky because Saturday was like it was the last full day we were there, and so it was our free day. And so I was like, nice. Oh yeah, well you guys go shopping in Shibuya. I'm gonna go hang out at the arcade for 5 hours and just play a Magical Drop with a bunch of people I can't talk to.
Yep.
It was super cool.
Magical.
Well, we played too. The character selection was basically like you just gentlemans to somebody. So they would we'd walk up and I'm a loud American, so I'd just say a character's name and then they'd nod and we'd play that character.
Awesome.
That works.
Yeah. I spent a lot of time pulling out my phone to show them the Google Translate screen of what I wanted to tell them, which is normally, wow, good game. I think we're going to take a second here. We have some hiccups with DQs, and then we will get to the next round of match calling. I think it looks like they're coming out now. And it seems like you have been given the go-ahead, Deca, to... Oh, you gave a thumbs up. You're on top of things.
Yeah, I gave Masa the thumbs up, but I don't think their opponent is here either.
Digi's...
Oh, go ahead and watch the Digi match. There we go. I missed that.
The Digi match is versus me. Digi has to play me.
Oh, he does. Oh, did that other match?
I don't think that's.
Oh,
Yeah, it looks like it.
there.
We don't Masked M either. Oh, we had a bunch of people who didn't make it then.
Go ahead and watch the Digi-Lethal match. They're running it back.
They're running it back.
I wonder what's going on. A little confused.
Yeah, I saw some shenanigans happen with their setup. Something weird happened with name calling or something.
Hmm.
All right.
Digi, oh, we're on Fool. A fan favorite.
Oh yeah.
Winner of this plays me, so this is pre-knowledge for me. Somebody here likes Fool.
I think Fool was my best character while I was playing against the people in Japan.
Really?
Yeah. The against the people who were better than me, I had the most luck on Fool. In the beginner and intermediate bracket, everybody just picked Justice. It was really funny. We do RPS, and somehow I won every single one. So I got to pick the first character every time, and then after that, it was Justice. 100%, no exceptions. I played Justice like 8 times.
Awesome.
Justice is cool.
Yeah, it's just Justice is kind of fallen out of favor over here, so it was just weird to see that that like level of consistency across the scene.
Yeah.
They all wanted to play Justice. The championship bracket had the weirdest setup though. It was in pool. There were 2 pools of 4. And you played everyone in the pool twice. You played on your character and you played on their character.
Okay.
And then
so you played 6 total games.
He played 6 total games, yeah.
Okay.
And then the who made it out of pools was based on who won the most.
Do you remember who the tags of like some of the other folks that were in the champion bracket?
BYS won, and Yama, I think, was the one who made it out of the other pool. Zama was also there. I have a picture of the scoreboard that has everyone's tag on it.
Well, somebody would need to read them to me.
It'll take me a minute, but I'll be able to suss them out.
Did you play with Baba?
I think I played 2 games against Baba.
Baba's insane.
And he was very good, yeah.
Baba's super duper good, yeah.
Yeah, you said Maruta wasn't there though. He was looking pretty unstoppable.
Yeah. Because when I was there, we had Maruta and Baba were the 2 to beat. I beat everybody else there. I don't think I beat the 2 of them.
I think if you had been there in my place, you probably would have won.
I'm pretty sure I played BYS and like 1 or 2. I definitely played Zama and I won all the games against Zama.
Yeah, all of my games against Zama were really close. He had the leg up on me, but it was like every character we played was like 3-2.
Yeah.
He'd come out on top, but like they were all super close.
I am playing Digi, and I think that is the stream match. Did you play I remember I played CEO a bunch of times. Was he there?
CEO was there.
CEO there.
He beat me.
Yeah, CEO is cool. And then I guess Mao wasn't there. That was the other person. She was very, very close to my level, if not a little better than me. We had the most back and forth.
Yeah, Mao also beat me. She was in my pool.
Oh, Mao's insane. She's really, really good.
Which bracket am I spectating? Or which match am I spectating?
You're watching me.
Okay, you and Digi.
Yeah, no, it's already a bit of a scary start. Oh, Digi has a red plug in the center. Yeah. Alright, you in now?
Yep, I'm in.
Yep. I will say though, playing Magician is really scary because the center is kind of like the key focal point of where you're trying to defend, and if you plug a center, you are basically playing like 3 steps behind someone else.
Yeah, it's his pattern's kind of weird because the pressure comes in the middle to some degree, but you don't want to spend the less time you could spend there, the better off you're actually.
Yeah.
So it's like this weird dichotomy of like, I don't want to die, but I also don't want to spend too much time defending it because then I'm just going really far behind on quota.
Yeah, defense on Magician is very slow because it's just pulling like 3 pieces off the top and making a match over and over again. And
exactly, yeah, like you have to kind of create a wave of defending both your side, but also taking like that extra time to make sure you can clean up the center. Even if it's not going to be a perfect clear, like at least you can defend it. So like your next pass through, or chew 3 columns off to the side, you can clean up the middle section and then just start comboing afterwards.
Yeah,
it's an awful balancing act essentially.
And there's honestly not too many other characters like that where the main pressure point of the board is actually the area that you kind of want to ignore.
Yeah.
Oh boy, devil time.
I was actually playing devil with Rudolph right before this.
We're in the devil zone right now, but oh my sweet mother of ice, this is manageable, but okay, I think we're out now. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Digi, on the other hand, not so good. Has a lot of pressure.
The board is going to explode, but I think, Burdup is already there.
That can happen too.
Burdup, Puzzle Wednesday Foolish #1 champion.
Yeah.
What is devil except another fool?
And I think the minor difference of the power orbs on Devil is like the least impactful of all the clones, if for no other reason than you're never getting neutral lines.
Yeah.
There's just like you get the first board you pull up and that's it. What the hell?
Alright, we finally have the easy stairs on Burdup's side. Digi's board is finally breaking up. The red's being separated. Okay, they get on the right color pattern, so we're fine there.
I just got my own board.
Yeah.
Digi's got me here.
Burdup's in a tight spot here. He's gonna have to do a lot of chaining, so he's gonna send
that's really slow.
Digi a lot of good material to clear.
Yeah. Thinking to put it the last second too. Oh boy, a red power orb right at the start. I'm just gonna catch it really early on Digi's side. Burdup creating a little bit harder. Oh my god. We're in the awkward zone.
That's scary.
Yeah, that's putting it lightly.
Oh no. Oh, okay.
We're still in the scary zone, by the way. Oh my god, please. Scary zone, but Digi was unfortunately in the death zone, so Burdup gets away with that.
I think I was out by the end of that, the end of the game, but yeah, for a minute there it was looking grim.
Yeah, no, it was looking dire.
Oh no.
Oh, speaking of dire,
yeah, I don't know what happened
because Digi died first, so it's all good.
Sometimes Fool gets you with the misdrop tech.
Yeah. Like I said, that's like a very unfortunate thing about this game. Like, you have to understand how much are you willing to greed and how well can you execute at such a low board state.
Yeah.
Stuff like that happens when Digi tries to get the clear and unfortunately gets a massive misdrop. Potentially going to the self pile if, the board wasn't already coming down. Taking a really awkward start. Digi getting their footing first. Bird Up finally getting their board down, but now they have to play the awkward staircase scenario. They do find a route. Digi, on the other hand, is a little bit more staggered in the positioning, so it's going to be a little bit more effort.
Digi's pretty good at this character.
Okay. Okay, we're fine.
Uh-oh, that foolish title up for contention.
Oh, no. I lost the second one, so I haven't had the title for a while.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, no.
A little bit of a misdrop there from Digi, and that's going to close it out.
Yeah.
I feel like the way that seeding shakes out, I play Digi at most of the Puzzle Wednesday Magical Drop events, and they keep getting better. So, hats off. Also, picking Fool and Devil as your counterpick characters is wild man stuff, and I really appreciate it.
That's some evil energy.
Yeah. Oh, I have to play Deca.
Oh boy. This is winner's quarters, right?
Yes.
Right.
The rough thing, having a big bracket and having some DQs is bound to happen. The only rough thing, in my opinion, is that we had Vestito and Wallace double DQ, that's rough. But at least they double DQ into Rudolph, so that's basically like a, having to play Rudolph is like getting DQ'd anyway. So
the go to jail card.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, we're gonna watch Scherzo and Leonid first.
Yeah, I think that should be a fun set.
That'll be a very good game.
Yeah. Draco and Pterodactyl's also going on right now, which is a very uphill battle for Sheridan, but hopefully they could put a dent in there.
Yeah, that'd be a legendary upset. You could definitely take that one to the bank.
Okay, Sheridan or Scherzo and Leonid are in together.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in. So both these players have qualified for, I think, all 3 Majidoro Masters previously.
Good.
However, we had like 1 or 2 upsets in last month's qualifier, where I think Mast M was the one to beat Leonid and knock him out of the point contention. So Leonid trying to get his first points of this season tonight.
Okay.
Oh, sure.
So going crazy with the almost full clear here.
Yeah, kind of got a very easy board.
Yeah, Leonid unfortunately has a really clogged up board, so
yeah, it's rough.
The little bit of momentum he would have had was just not.
Yeah. Honestly, that quota was much closer than I thought it was going to be, looking at the states of those 2 boards. Less than double digits.
Both of them are pretty good under pressure, so... And like I said, like, Magician, not impossible to hit quota, as we've seen a bunch of times, so... With them being relatively close-ish, I'm not terribly surprised to see that happen from them.
Yeah, I'm expecting most of these games to go to quota, even if they start picking the harder characters.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm pretty sure, not necessarily them, but I'm pretty sure I've seen, like, a couple of the matches here, or, like, I've seen, like, people here take strength all the way to quota, and, like, it's not, like, it's easy.
we were quoting Father Strength last time. It was silly. There was some nonsense going on last
Oh, that's not
January,
nonsense. That's just demonic.
Yeah, it was terrifying. It was like back-to-back rounds too. It was happening more than once.
Yeah, that's some evil energy right there that I don't want to be a part of.
Yeah, well, we'll see it tonight,
Scherzo, resource. Yeah. Okay, we're fine.
Yeah, Scherzo finding some nice lines in the back there.
Yeah. Lenient had these nice lines with that every time they were kind of covered by another bubble so that you couldn't really get the full line.
I think, like, there is some sort of, like, color prediction that you can do with certain characters, right? Even if they have, like...
Yeah, so, Magician's colors come out in the same pattern, like in the same order every time. So if you get, like, a feel for it, you can be preemptively throwing matches down into the pit as they're coming up.
Yeah. Is that true even if he pushes ice also?
Yeah, so... like every eighth line is going to be the same color if it's a solid line. Like, so the ice pattern interrupts the straight lines, but it does so by replacing them. It doesn't offset them.
It doesn't offset them. Yeah.
So if you know you're going to receive 4 lines of garbage, if you know you're going to see 5 lines of garbage or so, you can hit 2 of the lines in the back at the same time with one color. So if you aim for the one that's on the bottom, if it's ice, you might still get the one on the side.
Holy dumb. Jeez, I was just looking at share the board. I don't know how the hell clean it up like that. Jesus.
It's weird that all the green is on like one side of the board there. That's strange.
Yeah, it's really awkward to maneuver around. I mean, and getting most of the greens cleaned up for the... Well, until the board came down, but it's all in relatively clean position, so you don't have to worry about that color. Scherzo's greens are more staggered, so it's going to be a lot more obnoxious to work around once he gets... that position does clean up cleanly, but
just one match short.
I think Leonid, if they dropped that yellow one more column to the right, it would have picked up that pocket, and they probably would have won.
Yeah. Oh, Scherzo going super all in on this attack. Leonid taking all the damage, but is able to clean himself up. Good ice clear too on top of it.
Yeah. Oh, Scherzo losing the pressure on Justice. Very surprising.
Ooh, really convenient ice clear on Scherzo's side. And still looking pretty clean, all things considered. So this is pretty much just. Assuming no major misdrops happen, it's just gonna be another big quarter race, but oh my god, the Center Spire is looking real ugly.
Yeah, Leonid's having a real hard time finding the sides of, or like good matches out of the sides of the Center Spire, which is really what you want to do in this character.
Yeah.
And failure to do so is going to give your opponent a very hearty tempo advantage.
Yeah, you get a lot. You get so much mileage out of like clears that are tangential to other clears, right, or adjacent to other clears, rather than right on top of them. Oh, Hermit time!
Hermit time.
That's
right,
about as far of a jump on the tier list as you can get from Justice to Hermit.
Yeah, Justice.
Here's one that I
top 3 like comfortably characters in the game.
Hermit is almost certainly second.
Number 2. Yeah, Hermit's like a very firm number 2, and Justice might actually be the worst character in the game. Like, worse than Fool.
Wow. I didn't realize it was that bad.
You are more likely to die playing against Fool than you are
nicely.
Justice or yeah, pretty much. Justice is just, her pattern is so non-threatening, and the way you play it in general just makes it very bad at pressure. So
yeah,
my god.
Oh, nice.
Are I gone?
Yeah, Fool's pattern can actually get a little funny when the ice starts. Oh no, misdrop by Leon. He put down and picked up the wrong piece of the column.
Green but had the blue, so. Lean it, like, the moment, like, this character is just evil. Yeah. The moment you lose your momentum, you just start panicking, and it's just not a fun time, and now you have to deal with really bad chaining on your side, so you're just making your opponent even more threatening than they already are.
Yeah, there's the physical tax on this character of having to go back and forth between the two sides so often, and then there's the mental tax of this character where sometimes the best thing to do is take the orbs from one side and bring them to the others, and sometimes it's not, and you have to kind of make those decisions in real time. And if you make the wrong decision more than once, you're probably dead.
Yeah, you get maybe one mistake on that character.
Yeah,
and if
and
like I say maybe because most of the time it will just kill you anyway.
Yes.
Like,
sometimes you can play that character perfectly and still just get run over.
Yeah.
Oh, it's us, Deca.
Yep. Have mercy on me.
Straight out of Japan. Deca Fuma Death Cult. He's got the training montage power up.
Look, if there's one thing I just gotta say is that for the little baby tournament that I was at yesterday or over the weekend, all I could just say is that this game is international, man. It's evil. Evil, but it's international, so yeah, see some nasty shit.
One of the most interesting things about playing in Japan was how different the playstyle was.
It's very weird, yeah.
Like, it was so weird seeing the players move so slowly and then still just destroy me on quota.
Yes, they play this like very like conservative brand of magical drop compared to us who just play like speed demons.
They just see the game differently, man. That's the Japan difference.
They're playing more puzzle game and we're playing more action game.
Yeah. We just like hitting buttons.
we love hitting buttons. It's like our favorite thing to do. We just love it.
American way. Oh my god.
I'm okay.
Guys, here, that's all that matters.
I missed the column I needed to throw a match into, and the brain shutty-offy occurred.
Yeah, that likes to happen a lot.
It didn't collapse anywhere that I thought it was going to collapse.
Oh, danger zone. Okay, we got a little bit of mercy there from the.
Oh, I'm way further behind on quota than I thought I was.
Doesn't matter. I ran out of stuff to match. I went a little too ham too many times in a row.
That was a sick opening.
Okay, Deca gambling on the blue pieces, but pretty left well enough. Still holding on, okay. Top that yellow, all clear. Oh no!
Oh, this stinks.
This is really awkward.
Was just I couldn't pick up the piece that I wanted. Where do I want to go?
No certified lovers likers tonight.
Maybe
this will be the year. This will be the year I got to make the piece of if I make shirts again for the finale to do fundraising, I should make the lovers likers shirt this year. Oh, that was bad. I'm just gonna try to kill you though. Oh, it's not gonna work. Oh my god, look at that.
Oh my god.
Insane. Yeah, Deca, jeez.
And Deca going for the full greed, gets chained, doesn't quite get the full board connection, but
Oh, I messed that up so bad. Yeah, this is
a really awkward part. The moment you break Fool's board like that, you are Well, he found his health. That's an important part. And gets a quota at the last second.
Yeah.
And yeah, sometimes he just hit the wrong direction with the ice. Hello.
I thought I had a little bit more time than I did. I got greedy. Oh, I thought I had more time again.
I really like just like the dynamics of the self clear, like the self pull line, and you could greed as much as you want. So hopefully you pick the right number to greed, kind of aspect that this game has.
Right.
Oh, I'm dead. Yeah.
Oh, this is really bad. This is not pretty.
Yeah. Very, very ugly board setup. I don't know. Judgment, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Change it up.
Everybody's favorite Italian. the only canonically Italian magical drop character. Oh. Oh, you're cooking me.
Not if I kill myself.
Oh.
Gee, the columns are just freaking cursed tonight. Ugh.
Yeah, big ice gun deck aside. Still a little bit behind in the quota though, surprisingly. Oh. Finds the nice route, but still in an awkward position. Can we get the blue ice? No, we get red ice instead. Oh, yeah.
Oh, jeez. Wow, that cleared nothing. Did you pop your... Oh, I'll ask you afterwards. Right.
Oh, my power orb did not give me any matches, yeah.
Yeah, I popped my yellow power orb and it did literally nothing.
Yeah, like the yellows were just not in a good position for a
where was
afterwards.
That was not good.
Aw.
Better to get it out in winners than losers, though.
Yeah, not in my favor there. The hands and the speed limit were not willing. Oh, Wallace is here. They have a different tag now.
Ah, classic. Oh, so Rudolph did play them. Okay.
Okay, so we're going to get Rudolph versus Scherzo. Yeehaw asked about Frosties. I want to talk about that for a moment. Frosties was awesome, is the best way I can put it. We the Puzzle Wednesday team put on a very that's the wrong match. The Puzzle Wednesday team put on a super awesome puzzle game mystery bracket where Rats picked the most sicko mode PlayStation games nobody has ever heard of. And it was an incredible time. We had some all-time bangers on the set list. Pequena, We had Dr. Mario, except the viruses move, which gave me an aneurysm.
There
What
was
were some?
one game where there is a input that was described as "call police cat," and that is all of the context you got. And it was a pretty powerful button once you actually figured out what calling the police cat did.
Oh yeah.
There's
For the Money Idol exchange, or for the Uppy Downy fans, Money Idol Exchanger actually stole its premise from another game. I can't remember the game's name, but it uses the coins in the same way Money Idol Exchanger does, where when you make the sets of 5, or make the sets of 5 ones, you get a 5, or when you match 2 5s, you get a 10, 5 10s to make a 50, yada yada. Except it's a Puyo-like. You get your pieces of 2 coins, and you place them in your stack, and it is very interesting. And yes, you do have a burst button, because if you call the police cat and you drop the police cat on the garbage, he arrests all of the robbers, which is what all of the garbage is.
Deck, are you spectating?
I am loading in.
Oh, there you are.
There it is.
I'm assuming your all of your podium winnings from Frosty Faustings got you something very nice while you're in Japan, huh?
My Frosty Faustings winnings totaled out to exactly what it cost me to go to Frosty Faustings.
Oh hell yeah, you love that.
So I got a free vacation. It was pretty nice.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, the grand finals being Rakujan was truly something, considering neither I nor my opponent knew anything about Mahjong at the time.
Well, there's been multiple people in Puzzle Wednesday who are now newly fledgling Mahjong players, so that they can be ready next time Rakujan shows up. Yourself included.
Me.
You turn the correlation for that?
Note was tweeting about playing Mahjong recently, so if we can get like the whole entire Puzzle Wednesday table going. Yeah,
we could get more than one Puzzle Wednesday table going. I think Rune plays.
Rune plays, yeah.
Is it Raz who plays?
Raz plays. Me and Xerxian.
You, Xerxian. I don't think Juicy plays.
It's only a matter of time.
You can only resist for so long. No! Misdrop by Rudolph, of all people.
Sure as it was ahead on quota. You feel bad about a misdrop if you look and you're like 20 behind on quota. Yeah, you're like, whatever. You gotta do what you can to mitigate the mental damage you take from the game deciding that your inputs aren't actually real.
Oh yeah, one of the games in top 8 top 4 that I didn't get to play because it was on loser's side was the PlayStation version of this game, which runs at 60 frames per second, which means you never drop inputs, and it was amazing.
Deco is actually, we played friendlies, you were kind of fucking me up.
Yeah, I just get deleted by the speed limit.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm literally going too fast for my own good. Driving recklessly.
The other thing too is that the PlayStation version of Magical Drop 3 were like, what if we, how we have all of these characters and we did all this balancing for the previous version? What if we just redid all of them?
Oh yeah, all the characters have unique patterns, which is your new unique patterns, which was
that put it like
the
single player items are in there too. It was weird.
The bubbles,
the air bubbles, and the line clears that are still useless there, and the bombs that you need to make chains to count the bomb down are in there.
Oh, that sounds so weird. What?
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of potential there. I'd really want to get into those patterns and see what they're all about.
Yeah, after the regular Majidoro Master season's over, we gotta let it rip in terms of playing that one in bracket.
God.
Whoop. I bumped the fast forward button. Well, we're caught up now. Speaking of, we mentioned Hermit being a rough character on your hands with all the back and forth movement. World, also a pretty rough character on the hands, just because it takes so many matches to get to quota.
She gives you, like, no actual pockets of like-colored orbs.
Yeah, her pattern is very flat, because it pushes the side, so you can't really attack it from the edge like you can just middle spires.
Yeah.
And it just makes it a very, very long battle to quota. Especially when your opponent is only sending like 2 chains, and so you're only getting like the 12 bubbles she sends on that right side, or left side if you're player 2. So there's just not much material to work with. But she sends enough garbage that you never get the space to, call your own lines, either. Alright, where are we gonna go? Scherzo in a bit of a pickle here. Alright, lovers, let's go.
Oh.
Oh. No. Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
Just because.
Did Rudolph accidentally pick lovers? I didn't know this.
No, but you're locking with, so.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Scherzo was in a
difficult spot already. Oh yeah, just accepting death.
I don't blame him, honestly.
Lover's pattern is very funny. It's like there's a trick to it, is the only way I can put it. And once you figure out the trick, it's like trivial. But if you don't get on top of it and you miss your window of opportunity, it becomes very annoying very quickly. And you have to do all these really silly 3 matches to dig yourself out. Alright, Scherzo finding some nice clears now, getting a bit of a lead at the start, but Rudolph's not sending much garbage, so he doesn't have anything to work with on the refresh. Damage management is actually really big on this pattern. Like, what damage you send matters a ton. Yeah, Rudolph sending these 3 chains is actually really working against him here, because he's just giving Scherzo so much material to work with. You really can't afford to send, like, multiple lines as this character. Fool, you can kind of get away with just taking your opponent to the races. If you tempo management correctly, you'll still win. But on lovers, if you're sending more damage than your opponent is, you're just in for a bad time. Now we have Death.
Everybody's favorite.
Like, the only character who's gone up the tier list.
Yeah. But somehow her clone Emperor has not, just because we don't pick Emperor.
Yeah, nobody plays Emperor. It's very funny.
Nobody plays Emperor. Everybody just plays that.
He's not real. He's not a real person.
Alright, unfortunately though, for Scherzo, this is definitely one of Rudolph's best characters. So it is going to be a very uphill battle for these next 2 games if he wants to try to get this upset. He's finding some real nice clears, but it's getting a little dangerous.
So the two things from my end in regards to death, as somebody who used to be horrible at this character, and now that I'm not half bad, is one, you really want to do as good as you can of a job of not stranding orbs, kind of like you see on Scherzo's end there. He's got these orbs that he has to go pick up. Yeah, killed him there, right? You want to make sure there's at least 3 of an orb next to, in a little group so that you can make a quick match. She sends you these little L's, so it's pretty easy for you to do that. But if you let it get too many stranded orbs, you have to make too many moves to get stuff out of the way so that you can actually make a match, and it just ends up running you over. The other thing is there's some very auspicious ice patterns if you hit the right color in the middle that will just clear huge swaths of the board. But you have to match it with the right color, and if you don't, you get this horrible, horrible checkerboard pattern. So either you need to have a lot of good awareness, keeping an eye on that, or you need to just get really lucky and hope that when you throw an orb down the middle, it's actually going to match the right colors.
Yeah, and the other thing with the ice patterns in the middle is they're timing based too. Like the duration that you can hit them is relatively small. So like even if you throw the right color, it doesn't do you any good if you waited too long to do it.
Right. So and normally they're in motion at that point too, so it's like you gotta pray.
Yeah, she's usually sending you like 5 or 6 lines of garbage at a time, and you have to throw the ice bubble between like 3 and 4. Like you only get a very short period of time to do it. Otherwise, you end up with like big buried blocks of whatever the ice color was that you have to dig down to through a bunch of stranded orbs, and it can be very uncomfortable. All right, let's see what is up next. Oh, that was.
I think it's you.
I forgot to.
Yeah,
it is. It is going to be Deca. E and Ardrox. I don't know if I've ever played Ardrox in Magical Drop. So this will be fun.
Ardrox has a Brazilian flag next to their name. That's normally a good sign.
Dangerous. Oh, okay, they're ready.
Oh, Wallace beat Note 3-2. That must have been a close match.
Yeah, Note's gotten a lot better. So that's
yeah.
Note's gotten a lot better, and Wallace has been on a bit of a hiatus. So
Wallace leading to be a good match too.
Oh yes, it will.
We've got some potential bangers coming up. I'm afraid I'm gonna get rolled by Draco though. He's so good now.
Yeah, it was. He popped into the scene, and over the course of like 2 months, he went from losing me to tying with me to beating me handily.
Yeah. It's strange what practicing on every day will do for you, I guess.
Yeah. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
That was weird. We didn't get the ready go.
Yeah, like drop the sound effect.
Yeah, just like the sound didn't come out.
I wonder if watching you through Fightcade or actually watching the Twitch stream will have me closer to reality. Oh, it's watching the Twitch stream is actually closer to reality.
Oh, yeah, I have a very short stream delay, so you'd have to probably like have a fast forward button bound to make the Fightcade stream as on point.
I think, note mentioning in chat that practicing against real people and practicing against the warp CPUs is a little different. I would agree in that practicing against the warp CPUs, while it is really, really good practice still, they don't send trash at the cadence that a regular person sends trash.
And they tend, because of the way the warp CPUs make matches, they tend to just send a lot of regular garbage. You don't get nearly as much ice when you're playing against the warp CPUs.
Okay. So we're going to death. See how these two handle this pattern.
Usually one of my better characters.
Yeah, my general vibe in terms of counter-picking, Ardrox was kind of getting pushed out on pressure during a lot of those rounds, and I think going to a character that is a little less pressure-centric, right? Try to move down the tier list with your counter-pick is generally a good choice. If you're getting quoted, or if you're getting beat on pressure by a character that is sending less scary damage patterns, then moving up the tier list generally just means that you're going to get smacked around by that character also.
Yeah, unless you maybe have a good feel for that character in particular.
Yeah. It's hard though. I mean, Magical Drop is just one of those games where the gulf in between folks is large and way more consistent than it would look at face value.
Yeah, you don't have to be that much better than somebody in Magical Drop for the matchup to feel impossible.
Yeah. I mean, look at my lifetime results against like Rudolph and Wanpa and stuff. Even when I was at my like peak of playing, like I would lose to them 3-1, 3-2 every time we played, and I would lose every round by like 4 quota, But I would just lose, it never swung in the opposite direction, right? It's strange how often people are just a hair faster than each other, or a hair better at defense than each other, and how that plays out in actual gameplay.
Great world.
World I feel a little bit better about, honestly, in terms of like, yes, her pressure is stronger than some of the other characters, but if you can chain, you could survive for pretty long on this character. You really only need to pay attention to one side of the board if you're strictly trying to stay alive. So let's see how this works out for Ardrox. I hear a little bit of the sound effects coming through your microphone, Decca, and it's just World saying start, but only the end of it, so she goes, pop, and that's it.
That's weird, because I shouldn't be leaking any audio.
Or maybe it's through crit. I don't know, but either way, it's funny.
It might be me because I'm not on a headset right now.
Okay,
yeah.
I was gonna say
you only hear like the very last syllable of what she's saying. It's very funny. Oh.
All right.
I think I play. I think I play
you're up next.
Yeah. I think I'm playing Draco. Yeah. Okay.
Gonna be a tough one.
Yeah. It's hard because Draco is not only very good, but his Draco is also very good at all of the characters that I was historically very good at. Right? Like,
yeah, Draco, rare for a South American player. They typically, or they like started with all the low tiers. So
yeah,
you've got competition. Because that was their weakness at the beginning. When we played the first couple of times, I would just counterpick them to the low tiers, and they just could not keep up on quota. But now their quota chops are mad nasty, to say the least. So
honestly, like, why I was good at quotas before we really even had a season. There's one player from Latin America whose name I'm forgetting. It wasn't Templanza, but they only basically played Temperance, or they only played Judgment. And I just played, every time I played them, all we would do is play Judgment for an hour straight, right? And I would just I got really good at quota because all I did was play against Judgment for a really, really long time. And that was my number one practice partner.
it's really funny how that one matchup has like ultimately shaped the entire meta.
Yeah.
Because like the American players who have played you more lean more towards the quota characters, but then the South American players who you have to fight against all lean towards the high tiers.
Yeah.
Draco being like the sole exception, the South
and
American.
Draco's like the last addition to the scene where we've lost, or like a lot of players have stopped playing as actively. You know, a lot of those like really quota centric or the really pressure centric players don't play as actively anymore. Your Templanzas and your Buttses and your
yeah Butts was really big on Father's Strength.
Yeah, I'm gonna cook.
Yeah, Draco is just so good at finding the pattern. It's watching Draco play, it's like, oh yeah, of course I would do exactly what he's doing. And then you actually play
Look at the board
and
in real time.
You're like, how does he see this shit in real time? It just
no way.
He's just got like the sixth sense.
Yeah.
For where to put everything. Alright, Chariot. Our golden boy. I saw some of my best results in Japan on Chariot as well.
Hopefully you pick player 2 Chariot.
I did. In your honor.
Thank you.
All the good players remembered who you were. It was very funny. I was like... with my very, very limited Japanese, I was like, bird up Tomodachi, me. And they were like, oh, bird up! Yeah. And then they're like, walking over to the other players like, he knows bird up. Or, I don't know what they were saying, because I don't speak any Japanese, but...
It was still so funny making an entire room of people say thank you, bird up, because we watched it. The magical drop tutorial primer.
Yeah.
It's so funny because it's like, oh yeah, this is a beginner tournament. So what better way to start off a beginner tournament than watching the tutorial that you made? So funny because it was literally in an event room, but it might as well have just been a college classroom. So it just made the environment way more friendly than it should have been.
Professor Bird Up zooming in for the call.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, so close. Just the one match.
Yeah, I got to the point there too where I saw that I had 9 left, and I was like, well, I just don't have 9 orbs.
Yeah, the material is not there.
Let him get on the board. Let him get around. Let him get around. Let him have fun. Just as a treat, like a little treat.
Ooh,
That's
33, the convincing swing back.
The biggest thing for me is the times where I'm like, I have a chance in this set recently, and the times where I feel like I am doomed from the start is all down to whether or not I feel like I'm getting my double clears. Right there, it's just so important versus all of these players. And without being as in practice as I used to be, it doesn't feel anywhere near as consistent.
Right. Oh, this yellow square is weird.
Right.
Doesn't get full connection.
And how much better Draco and Rudolph and like the other couple of players who are currently a step above me are at consistently finding all of those double clears is really separating me and putting me behind by enough matches that I'm getting kind of run out of the building.
Yeah, the
Oh, I self-piled. That was a bad one too.
Oh, yep, you didn't wait quite long enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the starts, you can, like, pre-stack, like, a 5-chain on one of the edges of the board. And you gotta be careful, because if you go and do the whole thing all at once, you'll kill yourself. Because it's, like, just enough material to very consistently self-pile. Alright, bird up with a couple of stray pieces
the
here
strays.
Oh, the blues were there, but
they were still in transit.
They were still in transit. Ooh, big match for bird up there with the yellows.
Oh, even bigger with the ice cube off the reds. Doesn't quite make the center connection, but finally getting into a clean position.
Bird up definitely with the quota advantage. Oh, except for never mind.
Oh, I was gonna say wait for the clear,
Draco
but
just
no,
found something enormous and catapulted himself into the lead, but it did not matter because that was not Deca losers. I forgot to update the.
That's okay. I'm joining Deca in losers now, so.
All right, I have a feeling we're going to be watching.
I think we're.
Or are we doing shilling now? Commercial break.
Oh, shilling. Commercial break.
So,
because
I don't have a slide for everyone today, so we're just gonna have to do this verbally.
Ooh, an oral rendition.
An oral rendition, yeah. So next week we have a fighting game. It's called Weltris. I don't know if you know what these things called footsies and blocking are, but Weltris has these. So in this game, you share a field, and your goal is to make Tetris lines, kind of. Because your actual goal is to prevent your opponent from putting pieces on the board at all. You want to fill up the board in as awkward a way as possible, such that they have to, like, if their piece doesn't make it all the way onto the board, they take damage. And as they take damage, they, and when they take enough damage, they can't put a piece on the board at all, and they die. But, because you share a board, and you fill up the same board, but you place pieces in from opposite sides, you can sneak your pieces in front of their pieces as they're trying to place one, and just block their piece from entering the board completely. And so it really does play completely different than basically any puzzle game I've ever seen. It's like all player-to-player interaction. It's super cool and extremely chaotic. I think we play first to 5 because it's really fast. Sometimes you just die instantly. After that, on March 5th, we have one of my favorite games, which is Mouse Shooter Go Go, which
Oh God.
is dodgeball meets puzzle bobble. The your stack is just kind of bouncing around on your field, and if it hits you, you die. So you have to dodge your own stack. But the balls you throw uh, can kill your opponent as well as clear stuff on your stack. So you have no, sorry, I don't have a graphic for the dates this time, Ardrox. I didn't have a chance to put one together. Uh, but yeah, so you have two strategies. You can either race to try to clear your own board, which your opponent can disrupt by putting pieces onto your board or by throwing stuff at you, or you can just do the opposite. You can just try to hit your opponent with the ball, because if you take a hit, you die instantly. So, another very fast, very chaotic game. Lots of fun. On March 12th, we have the return of Pedal Crash. We have our 21st bracket. So it's going to be it's going to be nice to see it come back after such a long time. Pedal Crash being a puzzle game built around like sliding ice puzzles. When you make matches, adjacent blocks fly away in a straight line, and your goal is to have them hit another block of the same color and make a match, and continue to propel pieces onward like that. Super cool. The players who are good at that game are really good, so it's really cool to watch people like you send a lot of garbage back and forth, so it's a really dynamic game of garbage digging, and it's super fun to watch. And then for March 14th, we have Bubbled First Edition. We are going to be playing Aquarium, which is, I believe, no, that's Puzzly. What is this game? Of course, Googling Aquarium is not going to give me what I'm looking for.
It's just showing me 10 different match 3 games that all have fish in them.
Yeah, so, well, on March 14th, we have Aquarium, which is a mystery. You're going to have to come and see what it's all about. Because I don't
swear
know
it's probably
about this
has
game.
it's probably got fish.
So, yeah, we have.
What system is it for? Do we even know?
I'm pretty sure this one is going to be. Oh wait, no, it is on Fightcade. So, hold on, maybe I'll recognize it if I get a look at it. It looks like a falling block game with a 3-piece, so there's probably some columns-esque energy going on here. Well, I'm curious now. I'll be there. We will have to see what we have in store for the first rendition of Aquarium. All right, it's going to be me and Sheridan up next. This could go either way, and this is for a lot of points.
Yeah. Triple your points money match here.
Definitely.
We do have all of our point earners on the board, though. Oh, Wallace beating Leonin too. Jeez. Okay.
Wow. Yeah, Leonin has been on a bit of a break, but I guess he is up to B, so he can't be too rusty.
Well, let me jump in there let me know when you guys have connected.
I saw something flash. We should pop up shortly. Come on now, Fight Cade. I believe. For a brief moment, I had this problem solved, and then it came back, and I don't know what causes it. I thought I knew, but I don't anymore, because the fix only worked for a short period of time.
I was trying to find Aquarium, the game, and I found this game called Pieces. It's a competitive puzzle game where you put together a jigsaw puzzle on the SNES.
Interesting.
Apparently there's like character power-ups or something going on, because they've got some sort of special abilities.
Right, I see eyeballs, so we're going to jump in.
Yeah, I'm here. Oh, but it is easier for me to just watch you on stream at this point, aren't there? Alright, so Sheridan versus Deca, this is a
bit of a rivalry.
A long time classic, yeah. So I feel like both of you have been playing in these brackets for as long as I've been running them. As long as Puzzle Wednesday's been running them too. So, hopefully this will be a good one. There should be two evenly matched players, and like Deca said, there's a lot of points on the line. Again, these February points count the same as May points, so we want to get them now.
Yeah, like you don't want to be scrounging for points super late into the season. So,
No.
And again, like you mentioned, Pterodactyl's kind of been on a little bit of a high after winning Genesis, so you know they have like the gamer genes. The gamer juice is like flowing right now. They're kind of zooming with a really clean board right now.
Deca won 2 tournaments this weekend, both in Japan. So, right?
Yeah.
Sheridan only won 1 Genesis. Deca won 2. 2 brackets at Takadano Baba.
Okay, you're right.
2
quota. Oh, 2 quota. Two, also the number of tournaments that Deca. Yeah, we're seeing Deca some early like nice clears, but getting a lot of like just cascade matches that are slowing down the progress on the board a little bit.
Yeah, again, it's just like knowing when to time your clears as Magician, so you can, you know, both maximize the amount of time that like you're clearing pieces, but also like making it so that your next follow-up attack is like really clean and easy to follow up off of. Because Magician has, I think, like what, like point like line 3 or 4 is when the board starts getting really jagged, and it just makes finding those clears way harder than it should be.
Yeah, you just really want the tempo to find the straight lines in the back if he's not sending you ice.
Exactly. But not only do you have to worry about that, you also have to make sure that you have enough resources on deck, so once that board starts coming down, you have them easy clear down.
Yeah, that was a great setup for Deca. He got basically 3 full clear life. He's going to do it again here. That's probably enough to get to quota. He's still comboing, though. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're good.
Oh dear, off the bad start.
Oh yeah, trying to focus hard on the green, especially with that all clear on deck, but okay, Deca does open it up.
Okay, he's gonna close the power orb. Yeah. So Deca using the ice to copy the power orb and then holding on to it. Not something we've seen a lot of tonight. Can help relieve pressure. It is a little slower than just using your power orb straight up, but it does make your life a little bit easier as you go further into the pattern. Really powerful on characters with like strong pressure, or if you just like have been struggling a little bit and want to save yourself some time and effort. Oh.
And again, part of it is also knowing the color that the character that you're playing really emphasizes on.
Oh, somebody's got to stop. Oh, both players were comboing.
Yeah, that was... I
knew
I was close, but I didn't know how many I had to do.
Yeah, I think Sheridan cut his chain first, but still had about like 2 or 3 left, and then had to make another match.
And I think I did one too many, but...
You were definitely one over, yeah. Yeah. Alright, this is a very classic Pterodactyl's counter pick going to Daughter Strength. Daughter Strength with like the trident style attack. Really got to use those like empty columns that she leaves when the trident pushes in to get some really deep board clears. One of my favorite patterns of the game. Very unique. Nobody else is really playing like this.
Yeah, it's definitely fun to play in, but like, God, you have to make sure that you're managing you have to make sure you have enough pieces to come in.
Yeah.
So you do get that empty column clear. Otherwise, it just feels like you're kind of like discarding pieces just for the sake of discarding, and then you're creating yourself an even worse position than you started with.
Yeah. You know, of the non-hidden characters, she is the strongest, probably tier list wise.
Absolutely by a mile.
Yeah. So working your way up to being comfortable on this pattern is like a pretty big step for most new players. But something like I have come to enjoy this pattern, and maybe you should start leaning into this a little bit more, because not that many players play Daughter Strength outside of, Pterodactyl's counterpicking to her.
Yeah, I'm really bad at this.
I mean, you can also just be like me and pick Strength because I know that no one else can counter Strength. So it's just a pure vibe check. Do you have the execution on deck?
Yeah.
Wow, Deca with an almost
full clear.
Oh my god, missing the connection by one.
Ooh, okay. The Shardak was going to get pushed out. We talked a little bit too before about like the levels of greed in this game and how far are you willing to push the greed before you're kind of jeopardizing your own life. For characters like Daughter Strength, there's sort of like an anti-greed. For somebody like me who can quota this character fairly consistently, a lot of the times I don't pull lines on the first couple of rounds on this character until my opponent can prove that they can do it too. Right? If they can't quota this character, why should I put myself under more pressure? I'll just give myself time and I'll let them kind of hang themselves when they're trying to get ahead of me on quota. And that's like a fun back and forth, like sort of decision you need to make in this game. Oh no!
I thought for sure I had enough time. Who to go to? Let's go to...
Do we do the fan favorite? The deck of classic?
Justice. All of the Japan practice. Will it pay off? So this is the pace of this match is going to be a lot different than the pace of the Daughter Strength match. Deca doing a nice job just gathering up a lot of one color and then throwing it adjacent or like right next to his big spire and letting it just kind of climb the ladder and make these big disparate matches that you normally wouldn't get unless you're holding on to a bunch of orbs.
Alrighty.
It's working out there. I did not see the difference in their quota numbers at the end of that round, but
that was like a deceptively close.
Oh, okay. He's on top with the ice and a pink though.
Yellow, that's a good color.
What was actually really nice there is that the ice didn't pop until the first power orb had actually cleared the whole color. So you got rid of one of the colors on the board before the ice ever melted, and I don't think Justice sends that much colored ice, so it was a pretty easy cleanup from that point forward. And if she does, then it's just wasn't like that color just wasn't hanging out at that point in time. So it looks like they're coming in pockets. Oh, but Sheridan's got that one. I would recommend. I've seen a couple of people mention, that they're new to Magical Drop in the chat over the course of the night. I would recommend if you're not part of the Magical Drop Discord, or even I think it's uploaded somewhere on the Puzzle Wednesday Discord, but the Warp CPU save states that we have for this game, where you're basically playing against the computer on the seal your recorder setting that they have for the arcade, is a really, really good way for you to get familiar with these patterns pretty quickly and on your own, right? It's always hard to find somebody who's going to be able to play and like push you to your limit or have a fair game there's always like a little bit of intimidation of like starting a new game and being like, I don't want to just get completely run over all the time. But going in and downloading that set of save states, putting it into your Fightcade folder, and then being able to play against those hard CPUs, it's going to give you a lot of really, really good practice really fast and let you practice at your own pace and learn the characters at your own pace. Because you can choose which one you're up against. We have everybody unlocked for that set of save states. I have some people I've been playing with here in New York who, I train them up. When I'm not around to play with them, they practice with those, and they've been getting better consistently in my absence. So now every time we hang out, right, it's a little bit closer and a little bit closer. And they're getting better at one character at a time, so they're counter-picking me to characters they feel comfortable with. This is really back and forth between Deca and Sheridan here. But the victories each time have been pretty big. Now we got the ice pattern coming. Both players a little tentative in pulling the board up.
I mean, again, it's just really awkward because of how staggered all the resources are, so you don't really get a clean attack. And
Justice
again,
also just sends so little too. So it's like some characters you could be like, oh, it's round 5 and I don't want to deal with the ice pattern because it's really annoying. Justice just sends so little trash that you sort of have to pull on her.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to kind of reckon with it at some point. And Deca is sort of starting to find some nicer matches here. Quota super duper close. Deca does have a power orb on deck, but there's no red to match with it.
Yeah, but does
He
get
got 5 orbs out of that.
Should try and clone the yellow. There we go. That's going to be a big swing in his favor. It's going to be very tight, especially with all the training. Slow down.
Oh, one orb.
No way!
I thought I had.
And you were picky up and putting down. Yeah.
I did the picky uppy putty down to reset the timer faster. That ruins everything. I want to cry.
That's rough.
I don't know what to do now. Fucking just go.
I didn't even see no Hangman tonight. So
I don't have the chops to play Hangman tonight. My hands just aren't doing it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, hey, it's an execution character, and if you don't have the time for it, Oh Jesus. Okay.
Deca is saving himself on the edge there.
Fine.
Yeah.
Okay, does finally find the low board clear, but still, it's just not in a pretty position to be in. Okay. Miraculously finds his way out, so Deca taking game 1 in a very scary way, all things considered.
Yeah, there was a moment there I thought Deca was going to get killed by his own hull,
I didn't
but
pick up the piece that I wanted.
Oh yeah.
Just no dice. I'm just getting the speed that's killing me here.
We need to get Deca the 60 frame per second version stat.
Get rid of the speed limit.
I didn't expect that.
I should clear your whole board for you.
Yeah.
Sheridan looking to find his steps currently.
Okay, it's fine.
Oh, Deca, both Sheridan and Deca getting huge clears here. I think Deca's pace is ahead. That should be enough. Yeah, 100%.
But again, it's just the kind of that awkward middle ground of, you get one clear in the wrong spot and it just kind of shatters the board state.
Yeah.
So you have to do a lot of overcorrecting to put yourself back in a normal position for flow pattern.
How do we get Bank to overclock the input detector so that we could up the speed limit?
Oh shoot.
Oh no!
I did that backward. No. I didn't see that I had 3 greens in that column.
Yeah, the green would have been the right move there. And now we're on ice.
Right. Okay, Power Gem is active now. Deca's trying to get access to it quickly. Finally find it.
I was worried it was going to get pushed out of alignment, but I'm like, wait, we're playing Fool. It can't. It literally cannot. He can't change the shape of your board.
It doesn't change the fact that like the colors are just all over the place, and it's really rough.
Oh,
especially when it's losing
nice.
away. Hey, good pivot.
Very nice. Simultaneous clear from Deca to clear 2 pockets of the same color. That's got to be enough. All right, tied up.
Alright, Pterodactyl is on counterpick though, so this is scary.
High Priestess. No? Empress. Okay.
Chariot.
Or we do
Chariot! Okay. Oh, Pterodactyl gets the golden chariot, so I have to root for him here. Sorry, Deca.
To aggressive start, a second power orb is on the field.
Oh no.
Okay.
Okay. Deca scared me for a second there.
Scaring myself for a second there.
That was terrifying.
That was a little quirky. Fine.
Quota's still really close here, though. Oh, no, Sheridan pulling ahead now. Deca's doing some extra deliberating.
Yeah, those blues were not helping him in the slightest.
Still in striking distance. It's okay. Oh, the simultaneous clear there is nice.
Yeah, but now we have to do very careful clearing.
Oh, yeah. Okay, both of you are scaring me.
Oh no!
You were at least 2 steps ahead of where you needed to be there, Deca.
Uh-oh. Okay. Not in a bad position, all things considered. A little bit awkward with the blues, but it's not that hard of a fix to make.
Oh. Yeah, the tempo slightly in Sheridan's favor here, but
the tempo very in Sheridan's favor.
Oh, that was not seeing that. Yeah, did not see that one resolve. Jeez. Opening up with a 5 and a 4 chain, respectively.
Oh, that's kind of
that's not the worst thing in the world, but
still have a little bit of quota advantage here. Oh, and there's a power orb sneaky out of Deca's side, but is it gonna be worthwhile at this point in the game?
I was about to say, reds have not really been popping up on this character, so
yeah, it's just always slow, you know. So sometimes there's the time consideration of, oh, nice job, Deca, with deciding not to pop the ice with the blue, and then going back with the yellow to get the big match. That was smart.
There you go. Alright, back on match point now.
Both players with a really strong opening there.
Yep. Big yellow clear on the ice. They've been able to get the blue deep on the Deca's side, but oh, what a super close.
If you're Deca too, you wanna win on this one so that you don't have to play on the ice pattern.
Exactly. Like I just want to wrap it up. And just hit next.
Oh, nice double clear.
That's enough.
But Sheridan finding these big pockets.
Yup.
Oh,
clear. Finds it.
Great match.
Yeah, that was the perfect. It was like I think I got 8 orbs in a 2 match, a 5 and a 3.
Yeah, a banger set. Well done. Sheridan still grabbing a point in the standings. Be valuable later on, but Deca moving on, getting a matchup with Scherzo. I think I'm up now,
you
if I had to guess.
To be up next in
what is Wallace's name now?
Lautiru.
Yeah.
I think it's Losers
Okay.
Quarters.
This is Losers Quarters.
Slip away for a quick weekend.
This is what, 1 round ahead of where you just were?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, I'll wait for you to get in. I haven't played Wallace in a really long time. So
It'll be interesting to see how they.
I don't know who he likes to counterpick. Yeah.
Because they haven't played in a while, and I think as the night has gone on, they've really been warming up too.
Well, hopefully we're not that warm yet. We are playing, just as a heads up.
I don't know why it's taking me so long all of a sudden.
I always try to wait on the character select screen, and Magical Drop's just like, no, we have places to be. You gotta start your match.
Yeah, it's like you gotta pop open the secret characters just for the hell of it.
Oh, true, that would do it.
It's okay, I only missed like half of the first round. Looking very close, but tempo definitely in Birdup's favor here. Can't wait too long for the garbage to roll in, though, because he does not have much time. Okay, yeah.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. That was like a triple oh no.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe even a quadruple oh no.
Yeah, the Jester decided to take a little break there and go on an adventure. And that is not what Birdup wanted.
Yeah, he got a smoke break. That's okay. He's been working hard.
And after my match versus Sheridan, he kind of deserves it.
He's a little tired.
I had him scrambling around like a madman. Birdup finding the pattern very nicely there, and gonna do it again here for the win. Yeah, I was about to say. Pretty sure that was enough, and it was.
There we go. Now I'm good.
Other than the flat lines, the other really notable thing about Magician's Pattern is that, in the similar vein to how you typically want to clear the, like, chariot-type patterns with yellow when they have a lot of ice, you typically want to clear Magician's Pattern with blue. Mm-hmm. You can get some enormous matches if you have a lot of blue on deck. Alright, round 5 ice. Yeah, so Wallace proving that 3-2 against Note into the 3-2 against Leonin was him shaking off the rust. He's looking pretty strong right now.
He's looking good.
Birdup definitely has a bit of a leg up on tempo, though. So if he can not die, he will probably come out on top.
We're going back.
I mean, they were just in a kind of a bad position for him. Really
interesting. Well, I guess it was.
It was close.
It was 3-2, so.
I'll play this character all day, though. You want to keep playing Magician? I'll keep playing Magician.
I mean, yeah, that's why, like, I'm always like shocked about, like, you know, bringing it back, because, like, you have the opportunity to fix up, you know, to shoot characters more custom on your playstyle. Especially when something like, you know.
Unless you're a Magician guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if I'm a Magician guy and I lose a Magician, I'm gonna get the hell out. Oh, it doesn't quite get the connection on the right side. Oh, that's gonna be really rough.
Oh, Birdup picking up and putting down, and unfortunately dropping that red on the right instead of in the middle really screwed you over in terms of color availability.
Yeah, I picked up the wrong thing and then panicked.
I think a part of it also that cascaded was trying to get a connection on the left side, and it whiffed.
Oh, the pattern getting pushed out of alignment at just the wrong time for Bird up there. Gotta do a little bit of digging down the middle. Does make his way all the way down, though, so...
But find correction, blue clear on the ice is not the worst thing in the world.
Blue clear is kind of what you want to do, typically.
Or green clear, I meant to say.
Yeah, green clear, typically a second best option. But yeah, if you do the blue clear, you get stuff like that.
Yeah, I got really lucky that after I made the misdrop, it gave me a pattern that was workable. It did not punish me super hard.
A nice set of like 3 on top and then 1 in the middle, so you could just pick everything up and throw it down.
Yeah.
The board kind of solved itself after that.
Come on. There we go. That's exactly what I want.
Oh yeah, finding the pattern.
Oh, that's perfect. Doesn't quite get the connection, but it's fine. It's very much fine right now.
Okay, so
yeah,
probably only needs like 2 more matches now. Okay, you got it.
Yeah. I even slowed down at the end to just tap that one in.
Yeah, I mean, you had 30 quota to work with. Like, you could afford to play that one a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Straight to death.
Man, maybe Wallace and I are kindred spirits. Going back to Magician on a loss and then going to death. That's exactly what I would do.
I respect, man.
Gotta respect it.
Ooh, a lot. Oh, clone the green power orb. That... Not sure how much that'll work in the long run, but hey. Trying to make it work. An opportunity this time.
Alright, quota leaning slightly in Birdup's favor, but the board state is very comfortable on Wallace's side. Okay, so
yeah, I think he lost a lot of time cloning the power orb.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
And I don't even think like green is that favorable of a color for death. I think.
I don't think she has one that is like
if you
particularly
hit the ice
skewed.
with green, your board will be in a very nice state.
Oh, I'm dead, aren't I? Yeah. Oh, it won! Oh!
Oh, that's brutal. I know that pain. It literally just happened to me. Losing with one orb left on the board is like the most feels suffering.
At least yours was quota.
Yeah.
It's a race. I just got dead. I like sold out too to get that. Oh, I'm gonna die again.
Yeah, stranding too many blues on the left there. Bird up in a very uncomfortable spot. Yeah, he just does not have enough time to dig out. Yeah, that's one of the risks you run, throwing stuff down the middle. If your middle matches don't link up properly, you kind of end up just cannibalizing the edges of your board. You don't leave yourself with enough material.
Okay. Start off with a much more uniform board, but Wallace. Okay,
yeah, Bird up really putting a lot of effort into maintaining like the sanctity of his board, making lots of cross-board plays to ensure that he always has material. Oh, and it kind of cost him. He didn't have a
my chains were too long. Yeah, I had some really, really long chains in that game, and they just did not pay off. The real scummy thing I could have done here is gone to Hierophant. win 2 games on Magician and then win game 3. Be fucked up.
Evil.
I don't feel like doing harm to the ecosystem today.
red power. I'm not really doing much for Bird up there.
You know it didn't, because I didn't even register that I used a red power orb.
Yeah, it cleared like 6 bubbles.
It was completely wiped out of my brain. It was that useless. Please stop.
Bird getting another 6 orb clear with his power orb.
Big.
Maybe
a big chain room with all the powers clear.
Wallace making a big move there. Actually kind of evening up the quota here. He's got a lot of work to do though, because Burdup has a bit of advantage on tempo.
Yep, and the simple clear down the center after the power orb is more than enough, so match point for Birdup now.
Ooh, Birdup with this enormous, like, segment of red. Okay, I'm gonna split it up to take it in 2 parts.
Oh wow, I'm surprised that red connected the way that it did. Very clean spot right now.
This red power
lined up
being the
with
only red on the board is so funny. Alright.
Just still have a lead of more than 50 quota, and yeah, that's gonna be more than enough to put Birdup into semis now.
I think Wallace played really well though. I haven't played Wallace in a long ass time. He's good.
Yeah, taking a game off you is no small feat, that's for sure.
I think the biggest thing in the first 2 rounds, right, when we played Magician, is that I didn't pay attention to like how he was chaining, but he didn't really intersperse as much ice as like when you play against, you know, Draco or Rudolph and they're making the Magician clears, they're not sending you back the actual pattern. Right? I feel like I was getting back from Wallace the straight up Magician pattern way more often than I would get back from Draco or from Rudolph, right?
Oh, he was like so shorter chains, but not big enough matches to.
I think something. Yeah, probably something like that. Whatever it was just I found the pattern so often in that match in a way that, you know, play against Draco, he's got me scrambling.
So, yeah, he probably just had long, low orb count. They're long chains with like low orb count steps, so he's just sending you the just the raw lines.
Yeah. And that makes he's so easy to clear. As long as you don't make a mistake clearing his pattern once you get it,
it goes away. Yeah.
It goes away, yeah.
I think we're gonna have to tap out for now because I can feel myself crashing.
Oh no. Well, thank you for joining us, Chris.
Drifting, so I'm sorry, y'all.
All right. Yeah. Thanks for holding it down as long as you did. I'll probably be after this match, so we'll have a dedicated man on commentary.
Hey, if you win, we've got an all commentary killer match coming up afterwards.
There you go.
All you got to do is upset Scherzo. Easy, right? All you got to do is beat Scherzo.
Easy feat, yeah, easy work.
Easy. All right. So, you know, those sort of like little mistakes that we saw in the earlier sets from Deca, they can't be coming out here against Scherzo, because if they are, Scherzo's going to take advantage of them. He's going to take those to the bank every day. So you gotta really lean against him. Scherzo, one of those folks that we only see for Magical Drop. He just comes out of them to play and sometimes invent new tech.
Yeah, for a brief moment, he was pioneering the funny ice all clear bug.
Yeah,
as like a viable tool.
I still think if you asked him to, he could hit it on demand.
I saw
It was
Zama actually hit it in the bracket.
really sick.
Yeah. He ended up losing that round though.
Let's go Deca.
It was kind of sad, but
that's how it worked out for Scherzer a lot of the time too. It's way cooler looking than it is actually good.
Yeah, the conditions to make it worth the risk are kind of like you've got to fill a lot of conditions to make it worth going for. Like, it's got to be the right character. Your board has to be. It has to be the. Oh, I picked up the piece I threw.
Oh.
Oh, that was awful. Worst possible color to hit that ice with.
Oh no, yeah, and then you had to do like a juggle to find any other match. Ouch. Alright, we're seeing another counter pick to Fool. This is Deca's ace in the hole this evening. Ooh, holding on to Reds accidentally? Yeah, oh, I wonder if you could have actually won that had you not had to waste some time picking up and putting down. Because you had stuff clearing, it just hasn't counted down yet. Ooh, things looking scary on Scherzer's board, and then everything explodes, so never mind.
Please put the piece down. Please put the piece down. Come on.
Oh no.
I pressed that button like 5 times.
Yeah, and you had time too, but I think you were just consigned to your fate after that happened.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Pick up, please. Oh, I was dead.
Yeah, he's got quota.
Oh god, the speed limit is just whipping me right now. I don't know what to do. I just, like, the pieces aren't coming up, the pieces aren't going down.
Ooh. Not even the champion of Japan is strong enough to save us from South America.
I wish the JP players were on Fightcade. I really want to see how they stack up against.
I'll be honest. I had a great time playing with them. I think we got him beat. I think if we had like a deep crew battle, I think North America, South America's got the W. Actually, I don't know how deep our crew battle could go. If we had like a top 8 show off, I think we got it. Though who knows? There's probably other players in Japan outside of just that one arcade, so maybe not.
Yeah, hard to say.
I think our A team has it. After them, once you get to me, I don't know. then maybe it becomes murky. I mostly just want to see the two extremes of the play styles coming together.
Hit up, yeah. Wait, I'm done. What am I doing?
All right, we got 2 rounds on the board. Maybe Justice is actually the wave. Maybe we just didn't know this whole time.
You didn't commit enough to the bit. You just have to, like... They started think... Are you kidding me?
Oh no! Oh, you're just holding on to yellow?
I picked it back up. I threw it and it came back up. What am I doing?
Oh.
No, that's not the color I want.
No! Oh, he's still alive? We're living?
I'm still alive. The vibes are bad. The vibes are not
The vibes got off. No!
Yeah, that was... I don't know what's going on, but it's just not happening today.
It's hard transitioning from playing at the arcade to playing in front of your computer, to be honest.
Maybe.
The biggest thing for me was sitting down.
Too.
the screen being so big at the arcade is...
Yeah, that definitely threw me off. One of the cabinets had a lot of discoloration in the bottom right, and I was throwing some matches over there that just weren't working. Luckily, that was not the stream setup, so it was only happening in a couple of the like the warm-up games I was playing.
Yeah. Okay, we got winners finals next. This should be a banger.
And Draco.
For a big bracket, we're also making pretty good time tonight.
Yeah, it's only 10:40.
Magic will drop fast game.
We're doing 1st to 3 the whole way, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, that's a...
I forget who I was talking about with this recently. It might have been like last week when I was part of like the Pekin bracket. But I'm a big fan of like not changing the set count at all, even when you get like really into bracket. The thing that like upsets me the most is when the whole entire tournament's 1st to 3, and then like winners, finals, and grand finals are 1st to 5. Like, why do they get to play that many more games? You know, if people are like, oh, it's so they don't get cheesed out. It's like, well, if they cheese people out to get there, shouldn't they be allowed to cheese people out to win the tournament? Like, why is that game so much more important that we play so many more rounds? I've like hard swapped from the days of my youth where I was like, every tournament should be the most games possible. And then I think I started TO and it's like, I gotta get home.
Yeah, it's like
I gotta feed my cat.
It's the duality of, as a player, I want every game to be like 1st to 10. I want to be able to play. I want my pool to take 8 hours. I want everything to be round robin. Yeah. And then you're a TO and it's like, oh man, I wish I could run this bracket 1st to 1 single limb.
Yeah, maybe Japan was right there. I'm trying to play, like I want to sit down. I'm gonna ping them in.
I hope Draco's not taking a nap.
Okay, we'll see. Worst case, we could do my least favorite thing is and run loser semis first, but I prefer not to.
It really does take some magic to bring a bracket together. Being part of tournament staff has been an eye-opening experience. There are definitely some people who just like they're magic. Like I don't know how they keep all their ducks in a row and get everything to run on time. But like Sheridan, for example, running Genesis,
anybody running a major?
Like I can barely run like a 16-person Neo Turf Masters bracket. I can't imagine having to run an event with like 2,000 entrants.
Yeah. Across multiple games.
Multiple rooms, multiple physical setups, so you can't just like be like, oh yeah, play your match when you get the chance.
Just connect to somebody. I am a really good paper bracket runner, though. You put me out there, give me the clipboard. I'm bringing you that shit back fast. We're getting our pool done. I got people lined up to play on setups. You're getting behind the person in front of you. When that match is over, you sit the hell down. Maybe we should play loser semis, and we can find Ruda. I will find Drake. Yeah, I'll live.
Let us pivot to your bracket versus Bird-Up.
Okay.
Or your matchup versus Scherzo.
Okay. I'll play Scherzo, and then hopefully we find Draco by then. To be fair, knowing South America, I mean, last year, Draco qualified for Majidoro Masters, and then his power got knocked out when the bracket was supposed to start.
Oh, that was such a tragedy.
That was so sad, dude.
It's like, he was the mover and shaker last year.
Yeah. He had a good shot last year. He has a good shot this year, too, but I wouldn't be surprised if he comes back and is like, sorry, something happened. It's like, I understand. It happens to the best of us. Okay, we are in. And I will dawdle. I got you 10 more seconds by unlocking the secret characters.
I'm just going to keep clicking spectate until it lets me in. Surely clicking the button more times would get you in faster, right?
That's got to be it. Oh, you're in?
Right,
we're good?
in. With 1 second to spare.
Hell yeah. All those secret characters were worth it.
And now the 5 extra windows that I mashed open are opening. Okay, but we're in. Luckily, OBS is smarter than I am, and it knows the correct window to watch.
Gotta love it. Technology.
It's not smart enough to pick up the right audio, though. I don't know why it can never figure out how to pick up the window.
Oh, I was holding the wrong color orb. We're still in there, though.
Oh, I saw a little mash movement hustling over there.
Please. Oh, we gotta love that. Check that one out.
Oh my god. Stealing victory from the jaws of defeat. One orb left on Scherzo, and he couldn't find it.
Oh, I'm gonna die, though. I'll give him that one. He can have that one for free.
Okay, so it's just a first to 2, isn't it? Little bit of robbery both ways.
Mine was more of a gift than a robbery.
Yeah, okay, a little bit of give and take, as it were.
Yeah, that's better. No, the right one. Oh, it was the wrong one.
You are absolutely making incredible time here with these. huge.
Yeah, that was nuts.
That round looked like Draco. Just every match you threw was like the whole line connected.
The biggest thing that I'm feeling is I've still got a lot of sauce. It's just that I cannot tap my sauce as often in order to be able to put them together, you know? My consistency is just not anywhere near where it used to be in terms of making the double clears. And
the peaks are the same height, but the troughs are a little deeper.
Yeah. Well, that was a... Can I steal this one too? Oh, I could have. That might have been close. It needed a resolve, but it was close.
I need some frame-by-frame analysis if the pickup and put down, float, unfloat tech actually makes the quota counter tick down faster. Because anecdotally, it feels like it does.
I'll talk about it after this game, but I have a question about that too, of something that I want to check out. So maybe we got to get the scientists on it. Oh.
Bird up with a bit of a tempo advantage.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, not.
Yeah, so my question was that... Shit, I really wish I won that game. My question was along the lines of, like, if you have a thing clearing, like it's doing the clear animation, and you slam more orbs on top of it, does that make it go away faster? Because playing recently, it kind of feels like it does. That was up.
Loser semis.
This is, yeah, loser semis. I'm just spending time doing nothing.
Clearing is for chumps. Who needs to do that?
Yeah, well, why would you clear when you could just move orbs slowly back and forth between two places?
Unfortunately, that time you wasted is exactly the time that it's going to take for Scherzo to finish this round.
Yep. I also wasted some more time at the end just holding onto an orb that I didn't know I had.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
Oh, I didn't want that.
Oh, the single orb power orb. How
so it still needs to do the animation. Just absolutely horrible. Yeah, and then he used his to get like 40.
Red, an interesting choice here for the ice. Not gonna get bird up any options at all.
I'm just giving him away. Oh, please stop comboing.
This is a fast round.
Almost. I almost stole it there.
Yeah, very close. All right, what's the counter pick now?
I don't want to be 2 games down to Scherzo. That sucks.
Oh, the names thing. Okay, that's good. We have Burn up versus Charizard. There we go. I misunderstood what Masa was giving me clues. I missed what they were going for.
Mr. Policeman, I gave you all of the clues. Oh no.
Caught in transit.
Do you ever find our man we were looking for?
Oh, Draco?
Draco ever show up?
I don't know. Oh, yep, they showed up. They were in the bathroom.
Unacceptable.
During bracket.
During having to use the bathroom.
Beating the robot allegations, I guess. This is definitely one of those patterns that I really need to practice. Strength is not super common.
No! Oh no! I think I was going to lose there anyway. I'm just going to tell myself that. I really like this pattern. I think it's a lot of fun.
It's a smart pattern. Like, there's a lot of thinking about where you want to put your orbs. Making sure you get the color counting right. Which makes it a real brain teaser. However, if you do the color counting wrong, you die instantly. Because it is a very high tier pattern as well.
What more can you ask for? A little bit of everything. No, that's the wrong column. Ouch.
Cool.
All right.
Well, at least it went to quota 2 of the 3 times.
Yeah. I don't feel too bad about it.
Okay, so now back to winners finals.
That's a nice 5 points. I'll take 5 points. I could use 5 points. And now we have a full commentary duo for the last couple of matches.
All right.
I'm going to step away very quickly and grab a tiny ice cream, and I will be right back. I think my play deserves me one little tiny ice cream.
I played well. I deserve a little treat.
Just a little. That's so I could go. I could keep telling you about my ice cream as I go get it. All right. So I had a stomach virus over the weekend, which sucked.
Ooh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it was bad. But after a day or two, I was like, I'm feeling better. I deserve a little treat, and I had an ice cream, and it just messed my stomach back up again. So now it's been 2 more days, and I'm like, well, I deserve a little treat. I should try again.
Let me in. Let me in. There we go. Oh, perfect timing. Right as they're in the match. What a surprise. They played Magician. I think it would be cool to try like a striking system for the first character.
Have like neutral picks.
Yeah, like pick 5 characters to be the neutral start, and then
yeah, and then have people strike from there.
Yeah, have each 1 2 2 1 kind of thing.
So these two played last month, and it was 3-0 Draco. So, let's see what happens.
Draco's having a hard time finding the pattern this round.
Okay, I finished my extremely small ice cream. Now I'm ready to go.
What flavor was the small ice cream?
It was like imagine like if a Chipwich, I think it might have actually been a Chipwich, but they were like micro Chipwich. The size of like it was like a Chipwich the size of like a famous Amos cookie.
Okay.
They come in packs of 3, but I'm eating them one at a time, so that my stomach doesn't explode.
A little bit more.
I was gonna say,
Draco's.
to your point about.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. So to your point about striking, I feel like I'd feel comfortable doing that if we were in person. If I had like a little picture that I could. Yeah.
A picture to, like, you just put like a little laminated set of the 5 characters on each setup or whatever.
Yeah, and then you just could sit there and look at them with your opponent. Because explaining that to people over Fightcade, it would be a pain.
Yeah,
Same with, I really want to do a, what is it? Like a squad strike or crew battle style, like where you get 3 characters, but we have like a point system. So like if you pick Father Strength, that uses like all of your points.
Like Fool and Devil.
Yeah, right. And then you have to beat all 3 of your opponent's characters, right? So going into the set who your opponent's playing, and then you have to like, do you counterpick do you put your good character up against their good character, or do you like try to throw your shitty character at theirs and hope you could scrounge a win? Like, who knows? I feel like there's a lot of silly stuff we can do.
Ooh, big opening from Draco. Really liked that. That start in particular, the one with the big yellow horizontal match, I like a lot because you can just set up that triple match and it's really fun.
I'm always so impressed that you like memorize all the opening patterns. Every time I play this game, it's like the first time I've ever seen it. They serve me. You serve me the same pattern 2 times in a row, and I'm like, wow, something new. That's awesome.
It's so funny because my brain works in like the exact opposite way. Like,
yeah,
immediately I get I've been in this place before.
Oh no, not me. You know that meme of like the person and they're meeting somebody and they're like, "Hi, my name's Jason," and then they're like, "Oh, hey, Jacob," because they're like trying to shove the name into their head, but there's like Pokemon knowledge in there. I might actually be that guy. The fact that like my sister texted me the other day and with like a picture of a Pokemon, she's like, "Which Pokemon is this?" I was like, "Oh, that's Galarian form Darumaka." And she's like, "Why the fuck do you know that?" And I was like, "I don't know. I just do. I don't know the names of some of my coworkers, but I know that."
Yeah. Oh no, I feel that 100%. Names are the one thing that I'm like I can't get. I can like of anything. I refer to the main characters of anime I watch as just like the name of the anime.
Yeah.
Because like
frozen.
Oh, well, at least it froze in the middle of it.
Froze for both of us. Yeah.
Or at least it froze on the character select screen. So
yeah, Father Strength was too strong. I agree. Okay, let's try to just rejoin them, and like they haven't left the match, so I feel like they're probably playing with the two of us not
I see
loaded.
crash from Draco in chat.
Okay. Well, it's at least a good time for it to crash. Yeah, like Bochi the Rock is coming back. I know all of the Bochi the Rock characters by what color their hair is. There's pink Bochi, there's blue Bochi, there's yellow Bochi,
yeah.
There's purple Bochi.
Yep. I know Bochi and Kita. Those are the only two I know by name.
Drunk Bochi is purple Bochi. That I know.
There's there's purple, and then there's blue, and then there's Dorito.
And there's PA-san. I think she's cute, so I think she gets a pass. And her name is also her job, so that's easy.
Yep, that does make it easier.
And there's like older sister Bochi, whose name I don't know. I don't remember what color her hair is. It might just be black, or maybe also yellow.
Yeah.
She's the older sister. And their little sister Bochi too, and dog Bochi. There's so many of them.
Oh, actually, thank you for reminding me. My Ami order for both the Bochi the Rock plushies just went up.
Why don't you just grab them while you were there? You know, or they pre-order?
They're pre-order.
How many suitcases did you bring with you, and how many did you come back with?
I brought 2 suitcases and a backpack.
Mm-hmm.
And I left with 2 suitcases and a backpack.
Not bad.
When I went there, one of the suitcases was literally empty. And when I came back,
you packed them inside of each other.
Yep, I stacked them.
That's a classic. Yeah, that's a classic.
I bought a lot of manga.
Nice. That's my trouble. I can't read any Japanese, so I can't buy any printed works while I'm there, which is sad.
I just keep them as like souvenirs mostly because I can't.
Oh, that's cool.
Either. But
yeah,
it's just cool to like. You don't typically read physical volumes of the things that I have anyway, so it doesn't matter to me that much that I can't actually read the ones that I buy. It's mostly just I'm trying to support the author, sort of thing.
What happened to Drake? He's not in the
string.
He's not on the channel anymore.
Oh wait, am I?
Restart?
I'm spectating the replay. I think actually, it just confused me. I was like, "What's going on here?"
Yeah.
Okay, so that's not
You're giving the instant replay for the folks at home.
I was like, why did they go back to Magician? It doesn't make any sense.
The only thing I did buy that was printed when I was there last time is that I found like the collected work from the Azumanga Daioh and Yotsuba author that has like Try and Wallaby in it. And I can't read them,
nice.
but it's cool to have them because it's like a fairly limited edition thing. Or at least it's old and you can't like buy it anymore.
Well, yeah, it's old and you can't really find it anymore.
Yeah. How many secondhand like manga and like anime merch stores I went into, and I just walked up to the cashier and showed them a picture of the Azumanga Daioh characters. Like, do you have this? And they looked at me like, why would you want this? And I was like, guys, come on!
It's a classic.
It's a classic. They just don't expect me sauntering in being like, I need the Azumanga Daioh. We had to go to the source. We went to the original what's the name of the big store that I'm forgetting? Mandrake.
Oh, Mandarake.
We had to go, yeah, we had to go to the big one that was in it's like a whole entire mall. No, they have like the original location is in like some mall that's like in the suburbs, sort of like out of the city. And it's like a half empty mall, and the other half of the mall is just their stores. And they have like 14 different outlets, and each one specializes in a certain thing.
Yeah, the one in Akihabara is like 8 floors, and every floor is a different thing. And I just got lost in the book section for like 2 hours.
Do we know what happened to Draco? I'm gonna message him. Yeah, but like, if he crashed, You think he'd be back by now? Is he like restarting his computer? Oh yeah, he's restarting his computer, so we're filling dead air here.
Ah, I see.
But it was neat because there was like I've been to the tower in Akihabara that has the 8 floors, etc. But this is even bigger because it's like a whole mall, and there's 14 plus stores, and some of them are like super duper niche. There's one that sells like anime cells, so you could go and buy like the original illustrations for stuff,
cool.
which is pretty dope. Yeah, I don't know if they were associated with the same store, but it was in the same mall, which was very cool. And there's just like a bunch of other secondhand merch stores there as well. And I did not find, outside of that one book that I found there, the only other thing that I could find for any Azumanga Daioh I was there was like a couple of volumes of the manga, like random ones. So I was like, I don't need, volume 5 of the non-collected edition in Japanese. Like, it's fine. I'm okay.
Yeah.
But no figures, no nothing. And they make them because I find them online, but they had nothing in person. Which is surprising, seeing as like how deep cut of stuff you can find there.
Oh yeah, it's super funny when you're walking through like one of the used. Last time I was there, I was walking through one of the used bookstores, and I found the entire set for working the series, the entire set of and they were each 130 yen. So I got 13 volumes for $10.
Hell yeah, we love that.
So I have a full set of working that I can't read, but I get the whole set, so that's what matters to me, at least.
Yeah, it's important.
You really just find some of the like strangest stuff, like miscellaneous keychains for characters that you've like never thought, like not thought about in 10 years or whatever.
Yes,
and it's super fun to like dig those out of the bargain bin.
We talked about this. My friend went to Japan and bought me a pencil case, and he's like, "Look, I bought you a Bocchi the Rock pencil case. I know you like Bocchi the Rock." And he hands it to me. I was like, "That's not Bocchi the Rock. That is somebody else." And I showed like you and Xerxes, and you're like, "Oh, it's from like that Slow Life camping anime or whatever."
Camp.
Yeah. And I was like, "Yeah, it's not the right one, but it's close." Oh no, I've opened Bai. Things have gone downhill. I've opened Bai, and somebody's selling a lot of just like 10 of the same Chio-chan plushies.
Oh boy.
Oh man. Wow, this is a big lot. Katie would kill me. I know her so many figures. It's got 3 of her as the McDonald's burger employee.
Oh, that's powerful.
You need 3 Chio-chan burger employee plushies. You gotta have it.
Yeah, it's one to display, one to keep in a safe place, and one to like sleep with as a plushie at night.
Yeah.
There you go. The burger fit. That's so funny.
All right. At what point do we get worried that Draco's not coming back? All right. So, do we want to consult our illustrious TOs here? Oh, I think Moss is already in the chat about this. Okay, I would say we give I'd say we give him 5 more minutes. And if he doesn't make it in 5 minutes, we got to double DQ him and run Scherzo. I'm not worried about Draco making the finale, so it's not like I'm stealing points from him.
Yeah.
I'm not really concerned about that. I mean, it sucks. He was. I guess Rudolph was up 2 games, but still, you want to play that out.
God, there's so many of them.
That's what you could do. You could show the stream all of these Chio-chan plushies. What a great use of our time. There's a lot of merch up there now that Katie's not home. It might get problematic here.
Stealthily buying them, and suddenly they all materialize at once.
Yeah. Oh man, there's no way they would ship from Japan to here before she got back from Taiwan. But if they did, and I just had them in the house, like, what do you mean? We had these the whole time.
Gaslighting on another level. Or you've got to like hide them in a closet, and every once in a while you just replace something that's on display with one of them.
Get another one, yeah. To be fair, I did give away a handful of Pokemon plushies recently, so I feel like I deserve some more. I made room so that I could have 3 Burger Chio-chans and 3 Cheerleader Chio-chans.
Oh, where'd my OBS go?
Okay, we're putting the time limit at 11:15. If he's not here by 11:15, double DQ.
Incredibly powerful.
Oh, you do have it pulled up. Look how sick this is. I mean, I'm looking at it. We got 3 Cheerleader Chio-chans. We got 1 Chio-chan walking Mr. Tadakichi. We got 3 of the Burger.
We got 2 Mr. Tadakichis at least.
Oh, we do have 2. We do have 2 Mr. Tadakichis. There's another one up there.
There's like a bag of 30 keychains.
Yes, there's 3 of the Burger ones. There's one of her sobbing in the top corner, which is sick. There's 2 of her in the festival outfit, right? You can see one next to the sobbing one, and then on the other side of the sobbing one. There's one. Is that Kagura in her festival outfit in the bottom corner, the yellow one? Or is that Tomo? Who is that?
I think that's Tomo.
Is that Tomo? And then there's a bunch of the small keychains. And then they have Maya also.
I don't know if they're gonna.
The real question: do I want to spend $110 plus shipping plus whoever else tries to bid on this for this lot? I mean, maybe for it healed my soul. I did come in fifth place, 4th place. It feel nice.
It would feel nice.
It'd feel nice, you know? It'd also just be very funny for it to just show up to the house and have to show Katie.
Just the big box shows up.
Yeah.
I promise there's nothing in here.
Yeah.
These are not the droids you're looking for. It was really funny seeing a bunch of the shops full of characters that like the last time I was in Japan, the little hamster thing, Chikawa, like didn't exist. And now I went back and it was everywhere. There were like, as we moved around, I'm pretty sure I saw 4 just Chikawa stores. With just nothing but merch of that like line of characters.
Of that character and their friends.
Yeah.
Chikawa's got like their vibe's a little off.
Yeah, I think they're kind of cursed. I don't like them.
And I don't know if they're like supposed to be kind of cursed. Like, is this like a Happy Tree Friends kind of scenario, or are they supposed to be cute?
There was Chikawa Golf merch, which was really funny.
Oh, you should get like that's the kind of stuff to buy, like a golfing visor with a random anime character on it. That's the real sauce. Katie went to Disney for like a work trip one time and just brought me back a bunch of Mickey Mouse golfing materials. That was sick. Now every time I go golfing, I'm decked out. But it looks like we've hit our timer. I'm sorry for everybody else who wants to hear more about these Azumanga Daioh plushies. If I buy them, I'll show them to you. And if you bid against me, curse be upon you. But now we're gonna play some magical drop. So Rudolph Scherzo, we're double DQing. So this is grand finals. I'm gonna just put that in chat. Okay, so this would be grand final. Scherzo's on loser side, Rudolph on winners.
Let's go.
And we're gonna let it rip. So thank you for sticking with us. I know it's been like a little choppy tonight. That's fine. You know, people love points. We've got you know, all the folks who have earned some points tonight definitely deserved their points. Their match will start in a second. So we got Leonid and Pterodactyls earning a point each. We got Deca and Wallace earning 3 points each. Myself earning 5. This is going to be Draco earning 7. Scherzo and Rudolph playing for 10 and 15 points respectively. So they're going to send that match now, and we're going to go.
And Scherzo has quite a mountain to climb here. Taking 6 games off Rudolph is no small feat for anyone, really.
Are they playing? Oh, they're in. All right, let's go. Now, if Rudolph and Scherzo were Azumanga Daioh characters, I'd put Rudolph at Tomo. He's got that wildcat energy. And I think Scherzo is probably Yomi, very reserved, you know, only showing up and doing the business when it matters. Oh, you gotta switch to the game. You still have the Azumanga Daioh plushies.
I'm still on the picture of the plushie. Plushie, go away.
The plushies have been banished. Now you get magical drop. Somebody's gonna come and watch this stream later, right? And they're gonna just click towards the end to be like, I wonder what finals was like, and they're gonna see those plushies and they're gonna be so confused.
Well, if they tune into the commentary, they'll understand.
Yeah.
We are Azumanga Daioh respecters here at Puzzle Wednesday.
It's your fault, honestly, for me, that you guys played the Azumanga Daioh Puzzle Bobble. Yeah, and then I was like, I've never seen this before, and then I played Puzzle Bobble, and I was like, oh, that was fun. I'm gonna look up more about this. And lo and behold.
Got its claws in you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a fan of Yotsuba, so I figured that was like a given that you already liked it.
No, I read Yotsuba afterwards.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yotsuba is actually my favorite manga, though. As much as I do love Azumanga Daioh and friend, Yotsuba is my hero and is teaching me proper life lessons all the time.
It's peak. I love it.
It's so good.
It's like Japanese Calvin and Hobbes is the way I describe it most often.
Oh, that's a pretty good comparison.
Marginally less political than Calvin and Hobbes, though.
Yeah.
But the vibe of like childhood whimsy, but also a flair for everybody is definitely there.
Like humor everybody can enjoy through the eyes of a child. I got my 8-year-old niece really into Yotsuba. It's nice to have something that I could share and be like, I know that this is actually age appropriate for you, so you should read this.
Yeah.
And she really liked it.
That's a win. That's a win in my book.
One day she'll be old enough.
That's gonna be me in a couple of years when I have a bunch of cousins who are a couple of years older than me, so I have like 5 nieces and nephews, or nieces and second nephews who are like in the 2 to 4 range at the moment. So
yeah,
they're not ready yet, but in a couple of years.
Yeah. And she'll get Azumanga Daioh from me, but when she's in like the end of middle school, feels age appropriate.
That feels appropriate, yeah.
The only other one I've given her is we tried to give her Card Captor Sakura, but I don't think she liked it as much. I gave her Little Witch Academia, which is also
that's a good one.
Pretty age appropriate and felt pretty good. I gave her that for Halloween this year, just as like here's a book for you to read.
Timing appropriate.
yeah.
It's like seasonally aligned. Right, we're on Sun, which is a bit of an interesting.
I am very surprised to see us on Sun.
Yeah,
Rudolph warmed up with me on Sun earlier this evening. I don't know if 4 hours ago practice still counts, but it could. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen Scherzo counterpick to Sun before.
Scherzo doing a good job finding the like cross-linked yellow orbs, but unfortunately Rudolph is just so fast.
Yeah.
Well, okay, if Scherzo can find a way to clear this whole board in like one go, he's got it.
Oh, it's close. He had
enough.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
didn't resolve.
That's like by the skin of his teeth. Did barely make it. Gotta be real careful. Yeah, I didn't pop the ice with the wrong color. There's so many linked yellows. Big chain there. It's real dangerous doing big chains on Sun because you can send your opponent ice.
Yeah.
And the ice makes such nice matches.
Yeah. Rudolph making pretty easy work of that one. Alright, back against the wall here, Scherzo. Where are you going? Father?
Father's strength would not be out of pocket.
Well, Father's strength crashed Draco's game and sent him to the Shadow Realm, so Lovers is the safer choice there.
Scherzo is taking pages out of my book today. Sun and Lovers are like 2 of my go-tos.
Lovers, the Chio-chan and Mr. Tadakichi of Magical Drop.
This game, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, we've got a raid. Hello, everybody. You're here just in time for Grand Finals. We're most of the way through, but you could get an upset of the century into a bracket reset.
Unfortunately, Scherzo going down another round makes that
less likely. The 42 quota advantage also did not make me feel particularly chuffed about that one for Scherzo. I think Lovers, like, what seems like it's happening here for Scherzo is he's getting kind of suckered into these long chains.
Yeah, you really cannot afford to play the chain game on this character. You even when you have access to, like, the big lines and matches and stuff, you have to play, like, you have to, like, cut your chains on purpose.
Yeah. And Rudolph
not
here...
sending garbage is so critical in this matchup.
Yeah. Rudolph is playing pretty similar. It's not like they're taking that different of an approach to the way that they're actually clearing things, but Rudolph is cutting his chains intentionally, right? To avoid sending that garbage. And Scherzo is letting them kind of drag on. Right? There's a 6 chain. He's 30 quota behind even before the easy garbage rolls in. It's looking like Rudolph's going to cruise to victory here. And that'll do it. Rudolph, your Majidoro Masters 4 qualifier number 2 for February champion. Scherzo with a valiant effort, despite kind of being a a pinch hitter for grand finals there, with Draco kind of disappearing into the night. But overall, a fun tournament. Becca, thank you for hosting.
Yeah, thank you for joining me on commentary. Shout outs to Crit, who could not survive the whole way. The grasp of sleep claiming him from us.
He was saved from having to see all of the Chio-chan plushie.
Yeah. Also, shout outs to Masa and was it Kirk?
Kirk
was our second.
Yeah, Kirk was the other bracket runner. Yeah,
running the losers bracket. So shout outs to our 2 TOs who really keep these things running on time, despite the hiccups with connectivity and personnel in bracket today. We had some.
Yeah. I mean, a 19-person tournament's always going to have some. Yeah, a 19-person free tournament online is like the perfect storm of people not showing up, right?
Yeah. Also changing tags and things of that nature.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Wallace pulling it faster for us by
No, Draco's back. His network died. No!
Well, now that the bracket has wrapped up, I'm going to give you all a quick rundown. Next week, we have Weltris, which is the shared board Tetris, where you try to block your opponent from placing pieces. If you like fighting games, this is a game with footsies. This is a game with Oki. This is a game with the most heinous, like, counter pokes you've ever seen. It's just absolutely chaotic. So definitely come out, take a peek at this one. Then, if you like chaotic games, we're continuing the train. March 5th, we have Mouse Shooter Go-Go, which is kind of like Puzzle Bobble meets Dodgeball. You can shoot stuff at your own stack to clear it, or you can throw the ball directly at your opponent, and if you hit them with it, they die. So the game plays very chaotically as you try to find a balance between these two strategies, or as you commit to one of them completely. After that, we have a return of Pedal Crash for the 21st bracket we've run for this event. Puzzle Wednesday Classic. Gonna be lots of really tight competition. The players who play this game are super strong, and it's super fun to watch them push the limits of the ice block sliding mechanism that this game is designed around to its absolute limit. And then, for those of you who are mystery fans, the March 14th bracket is the first edition of Aquarium, which I know nothing about. So show up there, and you can come in as blind as me. So I'm very.
Does that count as a mystery game? Because we don't know it, or it's not actually in the mystery?
It's a mystery to me. So
it's a mystery to us. If you know anything about what Aquarium could be, let us know. Put it in the chat. Educate us. But we will see you next week. And please keep an eye out for the Majidoro Masters qualifier for March. I will post a date when I have some time, probably in the next week or so. It'll be on the Magical Drop Discord, and we'll cross-post it onto the Puzzle Wednesday Discord as well. But knowing the general planning, it'll be one of the weekends in March. So my guess is it'll probably be the weekend of maybe the 22nd, just because I have some engagements in March that I need to kind of sort out. But we'll let you know. Please join us then. Come get your points, and we'll see you next time.
Okay, so Aquarium is columns, but instead of rotating the piece like the pieces move vertically, it actually spins. So that's gonna be interesting. And there's power-ups and squid. I don't know what the squid means, but we're in it to win.
The power-ups and squids, they're like Police Cat. You press the button and you summon Police Cat.
Okay, and with that, thank you all for coming out tonight. Shoutouts again to you for joining me on commentary, Crit, and our two POs, Matza and Kurt. With that, I'm going to call it a